Good morning, world. This is Hagamara. You guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday. I made 3 videos yesterday. Sorry, guys. I'm charging my phone, so I have to tilt my camera. Yeah. You think there's some fans who think Their Unique is a letdown compared to Zayn's? Probably. Yeah, Their Unique is kind of a letdown compared to Zayn's when you read it right. For some fans, I think Zayn's is clearly the superior book when you read it because it's an epic fantasy adventure story. But Their Unique is also, I think, amazing too. But I mean, I'm trying my best, man. If you don't like Their Unique, guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, obviously. And I can't top what I did for Zanus, right? Yeah. If you don't like Zanus either, then. Because I believe there will be some fans who will, Volume 3 will be like, yeah, I like the first 2 volumes. Volume 3 was amazing, but it was a bit raw. I like Game of Thrones better. Yeah, some fans might. Well, like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings better. They might hate on me, obviously. They're just hate on me because they're obvious, man. Yeah, man. No author kept you hooked the way I did, man. Be honest. What I showed you guys for the snippets, obviously, were you guys hooked? Like yesterday when I showed you the antagonist, you know, I'm not entertaining shit. Yeah, man. The whole book is entertaining when you read it, man. I'm not lying. Yeah. Excuse the noise. My stepfather's praying. Obviously, praying to Jesus, right? Because they're what? They act like Christians, right? Yeah. Yeah. We work on our AI, and I don't know. I kind of want to take today off, but I don't want to. I want to do 2 days, two pages every day, but I'm a little bit lazy today. So far, I've written 8 pages on my novel, though, so there's progress. But I mean, I'm on the part when Louis interviews Don. Uh, I think for today, I'll work on their unique to not in the nighttime, around maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I'll just take the day off swimming, and I'll go tomorrow. I'll work on it around 8, and my third video, I'll show you my snippet of the reading. I'll do that. I don't feel like working on it right now, man. I'm lazy. Yeah. Just woke up. Yeah, I woke up at about 10:22. Looked at my phone when I woke up. It was 10:22. I woke up at 10:22. Now it's like, but no, 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 no. Only the prince and his full cousin get to trade the city's edge or something like that, right? Yeah, pick your sticks and pick your sticks up and show your worth, sire. And they sound like his, yeah, they sound like his, yeah, your book is sick. I don't say this is a masterpiece, man. You brought us here only to fight? You know what I'm saying? Although you are a prince. Yeah, you kind of get that thing with Prince Caspian in the beginning when Peter was fighting those kids and Edmund joins in. Yeah, I guess something like that, right? Fight, fight, fight. Yeah, remember that in the beginning of Prince Caspian? All you guys who saw the Narnia series, the adaptations, yeah. Yeah. You think there are some fans who wish you could write books full time? The only people who would want me to write books full time would be the book nerds. Yeah, I don't mind if Ivan's not an actor and he wants to just write books full time. Yeah, the book nerds, obviously. Whereas the rest of the world will obviously rather see me as movie stars. But the book nerds will be like, yeah, I don't mind if Ivan wants to be a full time author when he's king, which I'm not going to do, guys. You can just be a movie star with my wife. It's not acting. It's not writing books. Writing books is fun. Don't get me wrong. When you know your book is amazing, but it's not as fun as being a movie star. Being a movie star is more fun than being a famous author. Samsara. Yeah. Give me a second. I have to use the bathroom. Back in a sec. I have to use the bathroom. I won't be long. guys. I have to use the bathroom. Well, I've just more. No, guys. Like, seriously, I no more. I showed you way too much of Xanax, man. Showed you guys like 20, 23, 24 pages of my 3 volumes. Around there. That's enough. I'm not showing you more. What happens after that scene? I don't want to spoil story. You'll see. I mean, you have to keep reading to know what happens. Yeah. Well, I want to know, guys, man. Like, you're purchasing my book. I don't want to spoil the story for you, man. Yeah, you'll find out when you read the rest of the passage. I don't want to spoil the story for you. Yeah. So the kids block the path. Yeah, as you guys read, they surround the path, and Tactus and them can't escape. Obviously, that's why Taki's like, "You're crazy. I'm getting out of here," and then, like, the kids like push him down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they're jealous of Tactius and Tacitonius. Yeah, you live in your spoiled rich castle. Maramis and Cassius always say how you're their best students, and they train you at the city's edge, as we train at the stadium. That's why, no, no, no. Pick up your sticks and show your worth, sire. And I was like, I know, sir, I know. Yeah. Why do they have sticks? Because when trading in the Xehanarts, they train with like these bamboo sticks. They don't train with swords. They train with bamboo sticks. Yeah, not with swords. That's dangerous, right? I want to spoil sword for you. Do those very kids fight in the army with Takis and all of them? Yeah, they do. Those very kids, when they're older, when Takis is older, they fight in the war. I don't mention it, but they obviously fight in the war with Takis, obviously, when they're older. They're around the same age as Tacitonius and Tactius, obviously 8, 9, 10, 11. They're 11, 10. They're like 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old kids. But some of them were teenagers. Some of them were maybe 14-year-old kids, obviously. And Tactius and Tacitonius surpassed even the teenagers who were like old in the war 14. They're better than they are. They're jealous, obviously. Because Tactius and Tacitonius are Maramis and Cassius' best students. Rings are, man. Looking at a masterpiece, man. I know, Peter. This is better than the rings are. I know he's better than the rings. Masterpiece, man. Yeah. Mel Gibson's like, alright, this is better than my Passion of Christ. I know, Mel. It's better than your Passion of Christ. Yeah, amazing story, man. Mel Gibson would have been telling me, yeah, Ivan, if you think my demons in Passion of Christ are scary, man, this is taking it to the next level. And Mel Gibson's all for the war. Yeah, Ivan, I want them to be devils too. That was a powerful story, Ivan. You want to be the most horrific beings? And I'm like, yes, Mel, is okay. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. And Mel Gibson around you walls, they help me write the screenplay if I choose Mel, which I might choose Mel over Peter, right? You talk about Peter more, but somebody tells me I might go for Mel over Peter. I might choose Mel Gibson over Peter, right? As my director. Ivan, can I get an estimate $400 out? I'm like, no, Mel, you get 370. Stop being greedy. You sign like a 500+ million deal, Mel Gibson. Stop being greedy, man. This is not money for you. I'm not paying more money. Stop being greedy. It's a deal, Ivan. I don't even make it in Hollywood. Yeah, this is more than we make for Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson. I'm paying you more than we make for Passion of the Christ. Obviously. So Mel Gibson, yeah, Mel Gibson's deal's not as big as Peter. He's not as big as Peter Jackson, but he signed like a 500 million deal. A lot of money for Mel Gibson. It's a massive deal for him. Mel Gibson will be older. He'll be like in his late 70s, pushing 80 by the time he directs my movie. He might retire. Yeah, I think I'm done. I'm getting old for this shit. I achieved my dream. I directed a movie. I'm retiring. When I made more enough money off the movie, I don't want to work in Hollywood. I achieved my dream. I'm done. Yeah, Mel Gibson might retire after this. He'll be pushing 80, right? Late 70s, almost 80 years old when he directs the movie Mel Gibson, right? Whereas Peter's younger than Mel Gibson. Peter will be like in his mid 70s, 74, 75. Mel Gibson might be 78, 79, 80 years old when he directs. So he'll be older, obviously. Mel Gibson, right? Go and directs my movie. Yeah. Get paid tomorrow. Are you getting 6 beers again today? Yes, I am. I have enough to get 6 beers and 25 today and tomorrow. So my check I will not cash until maybe Monday. I'll pick my check up tomorrow, but I'll cash it Monday. My like $200, I'll cash it Monday. I can get like 220, 240s and a 25 pack Monday. And the rest of the week I'll just get a pack of smokes until the following Sunday when I get paid, obviously, right? I have enough. Obviously. Yeah. You think Peter will push for the Horror of the Demon Wolves? I think he will, but I think he might initially push. He might tell me, Ivan, we should make it PG-13, man. The kids can't watch this. You know what I'm saying? It'll still be a masterpiece. Yes, Age will still be a masterpiece if it's PG-13. It will. It'll still be a masterpiece. But Erityle will no longer be scary. Yeah, right. He'll be formidable like Thanos. Yeah, he'll be formidable like Thanos, but he's no longer scary, and you're defeating the purpose of the story. The Southerners and the Northerns fear Erityle. Obviously, they call him the Devil Wolf King of the South. They call the wolves the Devil Wolves. When you read the book, I want Eric to be devils. I don't want them to be PG. I want Eric to be PG-13 Wolf Peter. I don't want full CGI Erityle either. I'm gonna tell Peter that if I choose Peter. Whereas Mel Gibson will probably choose. Will go for yeah. I want Eric to be a devil, man. Because Mel Gibson's into that horror rated R stuff. As Passion of the Christ is rated R, right? It's R. It has an R rating, obviously. And the demons in Passion of the Christ are pretty freaky, man. But that's nothing compared to the demons and Satan. Looking at real demonians. I showed you guys the pictures, right? What I'm thinking of for the devil beings, yeah, they're gonna be devil beings, man. Well, this one time, man, you're looking at a massive man. This is a great story we're told. I know, Mel. This is gonna be amazing, Ivan. I know. Look at an amazing movie, Mel. If I choose Mel, right? Yeah. Well, you had Guillermo del Toro be the assistant director for Mel Gibson. I don't know. I have to talk to Mel. Who's the best assistant director to help you? I'm thinking Guillermo del Toro is good to help you, Mel Gibson. Yeah, that's fine. You can bring Guillermo del Toro out. He can assist me with directing, or Mel will tell me another guy he wants to work with. But I know Peter will be like, yeah, I want Guillermo del Toro to help me out. I think he's the best man to help Peter because he worked on The Hobbit with Peter Guillermo del Toro. So he's the best guy to help Peter, obviously. Yeah. How much money you want to pay Guillermo del Toro? I can pay Guillermo del Toro a good $6 million for his base. He's not making as much as some of the actors, but for his royalties, I can give him a nice like 20, 25, 26 million in royalties to keep him happy, obviously. Sign a 30 plus million. Guillermo del Toro signed like a 36 million deal as an assistant director. That's a lot of money for him. It's not the money Mel or Peter are making, but he's making a lot of money. He's not as big as those guys, obviously. He's still making a lot of money. He's like, I can sign up. I don't even make his Nollywood. I get like my $7, $5, $6, $8 Nollywood. Yeah, You sign like a 36 million deal with your speaking fee money. You can give Guillermo del Toro $1 million too for the merch, but he doesn't get any money off the game though. I'm not giving Guillermo del Toro any game money, but he still signed a mega deal, obviously. It's a lot of money for him, obviously, Guillermo del Toro as my assistant director, right? So I'm paying you a lower base, but I'll give you a nice royalty check. Guillermo del Toro, like $26 million. Is that good for you? That's good for me. That's a lot of money. I know that's a lot of gold. I know. I don't really make as Hollywood. This is more money than what I make as a director in Hollywood. I make like my 7, 8, 9 Hollywood. Yeah. Guillermo del Toro probably makes his 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in Hollywood around there as a director for a movie. Because he's only worth like $40 million around there. So that's probably around how much he makes in Hollywood, Guillermo del Toro as a director. I'm paying that as an assistant director. Yeah, so we'll be assisting Peter Jackson for the movie or Mel Gibson, whoever I choose. Sarah? Here's Ivan. I love your saying story with when Takis is a kid. I know what I'm saying. Pick your sticks up and show your worth. So I'm looking at him. Wow, this bro rings. I know he's better than rings. This bread my passion Christ. I know Mel's better than passion Christ. Amazing. I hope you guys are impressed by what I show y'all. We're impressed, man. That's how I can take shit, Ivan. Yeah, it is. Zanis is a masterpiece, man. Zanis is money. Amazing book, obviously. Ivan, why does the story blow your mind away? Because it's so entertaining and you're hooked reading it the whole way through. That's number one. The characters are amazing. And the plot is so deep, it blows your mind away. You're just like, holy shit, man, that's a masterpiece, man. And it'll finally hit your mind, yeah, no author can beat this story. This is too entertaining. No author can be hooked the way Ivan did. And this story is a masterpiece and it blows your mind away, man. This is genius storytelling, man. Yeah, it is. And every other fantasy book that you read is a little bit of a letdown. Because they're not, yeah, these books are not Zanus, man. They're just not Zanus. Yeah, they're not Zanus. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right. Maybe their unique will be Zanus. No, it won't. It doesn't matter even if their unique is a masterpiece, it will not beat Zanus. It might be almost as good, but it will not beat Zanus, obviously. Because epic romance just can't beat epic fantasy. I can never top what I wrote for Zanus. That's why I told you guys I can't write another fantasy novel. And if I did, it'd be a letdown for Zanus because I can't top what I did for Zanus. If I want to write fantasy, I have to write it in the same universe. Maybe do a prequel. Yeah, which I'm not going to do, obviously. I'm not writing prequels. Some fans are asking me, all right, are you going to do a prequel about Takis the First and like Eretat's father, Ariad? Yeah. When you read the book, you can do a prequel. If you read the book, it's clear you can easily do prequels. Like you can easily do a prequel about Takis the First, Sidious the First. You can do a story about Sirius and Papari before they meet Tactius. You can do a story about Job, Eli, and Cornelius, and the prequels about that. You can do a story about the ancestors. I give very brief history, but you can do prequels when you read the book. I won't spoil story for you. Yeah, which I'm not going to do. For Zanus, I think you should just leave it alone. Remember how I said stick to the 3-book rule? Yeah, stick to the 3-book rule, obviously. Yeah. Are you really a standalone kind of author? Yes, I am. Except for fantasy. Fantasy is the only genre whereby I will do a series, but I will do like I'm more into just telling one long story and dividing it into books or volumes or parts, whatever it is for fantasy. But all the other genres, I will just if I wrote books, it'd be a standalone novel, just like one story. Except for maybe thriller, maybe a thriller book. I'd probably do maybe a 3 book series, but I would never write any more than 3 books for a series because I don't want to be in a George R. R. Martin situation whereby if George has writer's block, which I believe he does, I don't want to be in that situation. I'll never write 1,000-page books because if you do that, you're exhausting too much of your creativity and you can have creative burnout, which I believe George R. R. Martin has. Obviously, that's why it's tough for him to finish his series, George R. R. Martin, because all his books average like 1,000+ pages. They're fucking long, and I heard George has like 50+ characters, man. So if you have 50+ characters and your books are on average 1,000+ pages, I can understand why George has writer's block. I would have a little bit of writer's block if I wrote books that long, man. You can get creative burnout if you do that. It's just too much information. I heard Winds of Winter is pushing 1,500 pages. Yeah, George, if you want to write a 1,500-page book, yeah, and I have no choice because I have like I developed all these characters over the past 5 books, all my 50 characters. There's so much story. It has to be long, Ivan. Yeah, and I'm not surprised why George R. R. Martin has writer's block. If he has writer's block, I'm assuming he has writer's block. Obviously, I'm not surprised why he can't finish his series Winds of Winter. I'm sorry. Fans have been waiting, I don't know, 13, 14 years, whatever it is, 14 years. Dance with Dragons came out 2011, and we're 2025, so that's 14 years. George has not released another book in his series. He released 2 books, but not like the continuation of Dance with Dragons, obviously. So I believe George has writer's block. Yeah. What do you think George should do? Either he lets go of his ego and he gets someone else to help him, maybe Brandon Sanderson can help him out, or just do the best you can and finish the books, even if they're not as good as your previous 5, at least you finished it. And some of the fans will love it, some of the fans won't like it, but at least you got to finish your series. Yeah, I know that. I don't want to disappoint the fans, Ivan. Well, that's your problem, George, man. You what? You chose to write 5 books and the fans love your book and now now you're stuck. You have to either, if you have writer's block, you have to either get someone to help you or just do the best you can, finish the damn thing. And even if the fans don't like it as much as your previous 5, at least you finish your series, man. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah. I would never keep the fans waiting 14 years, man. That's way too long. No. I'd be releasing books at least every 3 years. Every 2 years, Ivan, probably 3 years. Every at least 2.5 to 3 years, I'd be releasing 2.5 to 3 years. I'll be releasing all my books. If I was a full-time author, hypothetically speaking, right? I wouldn't keep the fans waiting 14 years. No. Because me, I just set a goal. Okay, write 5 pages a day. If you want to write a thriller or a detective story in like 4 or 5 months, 6 months, I'll finish my book. Then I get it proofread. I have the best proofreaders proofread my book. I format it. I design my cover, and my book is ready to be released on Lulu, obviously. Ike, what's your second choice after movies? Music. Music is number 2. And then third is probably the pro hockey player and writing books. That's number 3. And then 4th would probably be stand-up comedy. That's number 4, obviously. Yeah. But I'd kind of rather be an author than do music. I don't know. No. Music is more fun than being an author. Because you can go tour for music and you get to do music videos. That's more fun than being an author, obviously. Being an author is fun. I'm having a blast writing They're Unique. And I had a blast writing Zanus. It really is. It's fun writing a book knowing that your book is amazing, but it's not my dream, guys. I don't want to write books full time when I'm king. I want to. That was initially my what I wanted to do when I started my book series. You guys remember that? I talked about how you can sit on your yacht. Yeah, yeah. It's less work. Yeah, writing books is less. It's more slack. Yeah, I finished this book. Okay, Ivan. Do your brainstorming. Dedicate writing 5 pages a day to writing on your laptop. That will take me a good maybe 2.5 hours to 3 hours a day of my time. I write 5 pages every day. And before you know it, in 6 months, 7 months, I finish my book, my 120, 30, 40, 50,000 word book. Then I get the rest of the day off and I just proofread it, design my cover, and I format it, and my book is ready to be released on Lulu. See, I'll be releasing all my books on Lulu if I was a full-time author. Yeah. With Lulu, I make more money. Amazon, you get 70%. Lulu, you get 80% of the money, right? I'd be an indie author, obviously, because I'm a self-publisher. Because self-publishing is indie. Self-publishing is independent publishing, obviously, because you're not with a major publishing house. It's indie book publishing, self-publishing, because it's your own business, obviously. That's just usually published. I have to sell to the gates, which I'm not selling to the gates, man. I have my own keys. I don't need their help. I can open the door myself on Amazon. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah. Ivan, what's the one genre you will not touch if you were a full-time author? Science fiction. Science fiction, I will not touch that. I don't know that much about science. So science fiction is the one genre I'll never touch. But the other genres I will tackle, obviously. Thrillers, detective movies, gangster movies. Those books I would tackle, but science fiction I wouldn't touch that. Would you ever write a fantasy novel? No, because I can't top what I did for Zanus. And if I did write it, it'd be a letdown. It would not be as good as Zanus. That's my point, right? It will be a letdown, obviously. Movies that make way more money, obviously. Yeah. Like for books, I'd make probably around the same money as my movie, obviously, as my movie, but because I'm also selling merch and selling the game, I'm making way more money being a movie star, obviously. Because I'm not just selling the movie, me and Vijay are also selling the merchandise, the Zanus merch, and also the game, obviously. And you get to do a documentary of the behind the scenes. So it's much cooler being a movie star than being an author, obviously. But if I did choose to be a full-time author, I'd probably have a doc team film me writing my book. I'll do a documentary about the process of my book, me going to the proofreader and getting it edited. I would do that too, obviously. But it's not as interesting as the movie, guys. I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. The only people who wouldn't mind me being a full-time author instead of being a movie are the book nerds because they love books. Yeah, I don't mind if you want to be a full-time author. If I release your books, man, you're a fucking amazing author. Yes, I am. But it's not going to happen, guys. That's not my dream. I want to be a famous movie star with VJ. I don't want to be a full-time author. But I wrote 1 or 2 books. That's good enough. Because I'm an amazing author, like, you're such an amazing author, you want to see you write more books. I'm like, no, guys, I'm not. It's not my dream. I love writing books, but it's not my dream. Don't hate me, yeah. Sarah. Well, VJ wanted to do music with you. Yeah, she will, obviously. Because VJ's two career dreams, I know what it is. I saw an interview. She says she loves acting and she loves music. So those are the two things that Victoria Justice wants to do with me. Obviously. Yeah, I mean, I want to be a big famous movie star with you, but I also want to do my dream singles and albums with you, Ivan. You want to do music videos too? Yeah, Ivan, let's do music videos. Yeah, we can have our own doc team film a music video. We have our own doc team. We can have them filming a professional music video and everything for the singles and everything, the hit songs. Yeah. Obviously. My VJ, like work, like movies is our full time job, but we can do music on the side every couple of years. I don't want to do music full time. Why not? Because of VJ, it's not my dream. I want to be Sky's Entertainment is the main focus, not music. Okay, yeah. I'll tell VJ, you're crazy. You'd rather do music full time than be a big face movie star. Me too. No, Ivan. Being a movie star is cool. Yeah, being a movie star is cool. Like Transformers, when you have Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's fucking cool being a movie star. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking cool being. This is not independent movies. This is big budget movies, man. Better quality than even those big budget movies that came out in Hollywood. Yeah, and we get paid more money for it too. Yeah, I know, more money than even music. Obviously, music will still make our billions, but not the kind of money we're making for our movie. Obviously, for the music, me and VJ might pull in maybe, I don't know, 8, 9 billion, 10 billion, 11 billion off that for the album. Because our albums were not going to sell for much. Our albums will sell for maybe $15, $16 for the album. So we don't make as much money, obviously, as I'm saying. Yeah. 8 billion around there, you might make off the album around there, right? Billions, but not the kind of money we're making off our brand, obviously. Almost at it, guys. Talk for 15 minutes. Are you getting your slices of Ivan? Yes, I am. I'll get it later. Around maybe 1, 2, I'll get my slices. I'll get barbecue chicken this time. Yesterday I had the bacon. Today I'm craving the barbecue chicken at Bob's, right? I'm gonna get that. After this video, I'm gonna go to the store and get my 25 and my 6 beers. 6 beers, right? Pick your sticks and prove your worth, sire. I'm now sick, I know. My book is sick, man. Yeah. Alright, you think they're unique with best romance story ever told? I don't know about that. I'll try. I'm crossing my fingers, but if I fuck up and I mess up, I'll let you guys know. I'll be like, yeah, guys, I messed up. I read the book. I'm not satisfied with it. I'm not gonna release it. If I'm not satisfied with it, I'm not gonna release it. Or I have to go back and fix the chapters. But even if I go back and fix the chapters, I'm still not satisfied with it. I won't release it. I'll just release Zane. I know Zane's is a masterpiece, but if I'm not satisfied with their unique, I'm not going to release it, obviously. Because I have the Heavenly Gift, crossing my fingers, I think that their unique will also be a masterpiece too, but it will not be Zane's, obviously. That's my point right now. I'm saying, yeah. Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Rob Burnett and Jonathan and Ray Ora and John Camp. I hope you guys are impressed by I showed you for their league and things. Yeah, we're impressed. That's how they shit. Yes, it is. I have your kids. Yes, I am. I know you guys are entertained by Zane's, but maybe some of you guys didn't like it. I don't know. But I mean, hope you guys are impressed by that. I tried my best, man. I poured my blood and tears into that. And I hope you guys are impressed by I showed for their league so far. Obviously, if you don't like it, I understand. Obviously, everyone different ways. I'm sorry. I don't want you to say, yeah. So you're scared you lost your touch. No, I'm not scared about that. I'm scared Larry Neef will not live up to the hype of Xanax, obviously, because Xanax is so good. Can I write another amazing masterpiece in a different genre like that? Even though they're different genres, we can't compare it. Like that's my cross my fingers. I hope Larry Neef is good. Obviously, if it's not good when I read it, I'm not going to release it. And that's how you know I care more about the art than the money, obviously. Because I know I can still release it and make more money off it. But I mean, I don't want to release a book and make money off it, and I rip the fans out. They didn't like my book. Yeah, like their unique was shit. I didn't like it, man. The worst $60 I ever spent in my life. Yeah, I don't want to rip you guys off. I know Zayans is worth the money, but they're unique. I had not finished the book yet, so we'll see what happens. Crossing my fingers, obviously, right? Yeah, yeah. I might get my next door neighbor to edit my book because I think I remember when she did my hair, she was talking about how she's very good in English. I think I'm gonna ask her, hey, are you great with English? Do you know how to edit like grammar, spelling, punctuations, and sentence structures? Yeah, if I know that. Yeah, do you want to edit my book? She's much cheaper than fucking these other places, obviously. Yeah. Okay, what's your email? And I can send her my file, and she can edit it, obviously. I also have to get it formatted too, but formatting is cheaper. Formatting only costs maybe $300, $400 to format. Formatting is not that expensive. It's editing that's pricey. It'll cost me at least $2,000. If you get a student to edit it, they're cheaper. They'll gladly do it for maybe $1,800, $2,000, $1,500. Whereas these other editing services are expensive. Like Reedsy, I thought it was pretty cheap, but it's not. Reedsy is very expensive, man. But it's quality. Reedsy is quality because you have some of the best editors in the world editing your book. Because they're some of the best editors, they're more expensive, and I just can't afford that, man. Like Reedsy, I heard it's like it can cost even 800 to format your book. That's way too expensive. A couple of years ago, when I wanted to get my book formatted, I only have to pay $350 to format my book. But the lady told me, Ivan, your book's not edited. You have to edit it first. That's why I couldn't. She refunded me the $350. Yeah. You have to edit your book first, Ivan. That's why I have to get it edited first. I have to proofread it, obviously. Not developmental editing, proofreading. As I'll never let any editor touch my Zane story. No, don't touch the story, just proofread it. So just spelling, punctuations, sentence structures. I'm sorry? That's it. Don't touch my story. Okay, Ivan, yeah. Yeah. I wasn't anyways. Uh, I might just work on their unique after I watch my video. I don't like working on my book at night. At nighttime I get more tired. I'd rather work on it during the day, right? But I mean, when the part when Louis interviews Don, so you think it's possible that some of these booktubers will like these other books better? Oh yeah, Mike's book reviews, Ryan Durfee, Daniel Green, um, Murphy, Nappy, or whatever her name is. These are all famous booktubers. Some of those guys might like these other fantasy series better than my book, obviously. Because art hits everyone different ways, right? Oh, Ivan's book was amazing, but it's a little bit raw. I like Game of Thrones, A Wheel of Time, and Lord of the Rings better. Yeah, if you like those books better, guys, I understand. Art hits you in different ways, obviously. Sarah Williams, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy what I showed you so far for Zanus. No more zero and one. I hope you guys enjoy what I showed you with their unique. Yeah. Anyways, I'm signing off. Peace out, guys, on the show. Peace out, guys. On my Peace.